All right, you guys, thank you so much for hopping on. This is the Dream Extreme team call, and my name is Megan White. I'm a Star Diamond coach in the downline and Success Club All-Star. And we're going to talk tonight about finding and attracting people on Facebook, specifically developing your brand, touching on that a little bit, but how to attract people, kind of just basic Facebook 101, what to post about. And if you're just hopping on, go ahead and mute yourself. If you're on the phone, mute your phone. If you're on the computer, X out your microphone there. I'm going to be sharing an image with you, and that'll be up the remainder of the time that I talk, so you can take a screenshot of it. I will share the recording. I will share the picture, so you don't have to write everything down. Just make sure you're taking some nuggets of information, and then at the end, I'll leave it open for questions. So we're going to talk about finding your Waldo. So if you think of a Where's Waldo book, we've all probably opened one of those before. If you haven't, Google it. So you are essentially, that's what you're doing on social media, is you are trying to find that one person, not the masses, but that one person that you want to attract, and you want to essentially bring either into a challenge group, onto your team, become friends with, build relationships with. And that's kind of how you have to think in that mindset of that one person that you're speaking to, that one friend, that one person just like yourself is mainly who we are subconsciously talking to on social media. So when you first start out as a brand new coach, and maybe you're even a veteran coach and you feel like this, but it's a little nerve-wracking, it's a little scary to initially make that very first post of being transparent and putting yourself with a before and after picture, or part of your journey so far with Shakeology or the products. Maybe it's you just had a baby and you're kind of being vulnerable, putting yourself out there, that you're starting this new journey. Whatever it is, it's scary. And we don't necessarily always like to do it, and we're not always open to doing it. And we kind of steer clear of putting out that important information on Facebook, because just we let ourselves get in the way of doubt, of fear, of what other people are going to think, if they're going to judge us, if they're going to stop following us. A lot of us worry about what our friends and family are going to think, and that kind of inhibits you from building your platform, specifically Facebook, and that's what I'm going to talk about tonight. We are kind of apprehensive because we don't want to come off as, now she's doing this Beachbody thing, or it's going to be always about Shakeology, or always about pushing product, or we just don't want to feel like we're bothering anybody or bugging anybody, and we don't want to come off as, now we're like that health kick person. So when it comes to social media, I can remember feeling like every, I would wake up, or the day would kind of go by, and I'm like, oh, I haven't posted yet. Like, I need to post about something, anything. I just need to post about something. And basically to get my network's attention, because I saw all these other coaches posting consistently throughout the day and starting to build their network. And, of course, we compare ourselves to other successful coaches and what they're doing. And then we try to do that. And naturally, we want to post about what we're excited about and what we're passionate about and what we've just gotten started in, which is coaching, the product, Shakeology, the business, the company, because we aren't necessarily comfortable sharing about ourselves at that point, especially when you first start out. So we kind of overcompensate, and we start posting about Shakeology all the time. Or you're holding your blender bottle with Shakeology and you're taking a selfie, and that's what most of your pictures are. And we've all been there, I'm sure. Or we're like kissing the cup or the bag, or, there's, you have your Shakeology lineup of your Shakeology, your performance line or whatever, and like those are your pictures. Well, eventually people are going to stop following you and maybe even unfriend you. And that's not because they don't like you. It's just because that's not what they want to see all the time. I really didn't start building my brand, so to speak, until about a couple years after becoming a coach and I wish somebody would have said to me, like, start now doing this, start putting yourself out there, start being okay with being transparent, and it's going to help you build your list, especially. And if you're not working from a list, you need to start one right now after this training. When you feel like you've exhausted your friends and family, right? We've all been there too. Like, how do you find new people? How do you attract new people after you've gone through your Facebook friend list and your family and maybe your coworkers or your people that you interact with on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis? Now it's like, now how do I find people? Well, for me, what I have found to be the easiest, and I think I've done a pretty good job of this considering my track record on Facebook, is I don't put the stress on myself of having to go find people. I attract people. I bring people to me. Because I don't like to feel that pressure of like hunting people and trying to like go search people. I've done that. I've been down that avenue, and it's stressful to me and it's overwhelming. And I feel like, if I don't find enough people, then my business is going to crash or something. So I've used Facebook as a way to bring people in versus me having to go out and, yes, obviously we still have to go find people and meet people and build relationships and add new people to our network. But the easiest way I found to do that is by attracting them to me, which essentially is what you're doing on social media. So regardless if you have any coaches or you have 1,000 coaches or 100 coaches or 50 coaches, you can start attracting like-minded people immediately right now. And the sooner that you start taking these into practice, the easier it's going to become to expand your reach. You just have to be conscious and aware that social media is not, Facebook specifically, it's not just like I don't know, I always say like I don't go on and like use it for recreational use. I don't use Facebook as like stating, hey, I'm going to do the laundry, or my house is super clean, I did this, this, and this, and this, or ooh, lazy Sunday, and like that's my post. If you're doing that, you're just another news feed, and people just don't care about that. They want to know. People are nosy. People are nosy. They like to know like the meat of your life, like what's going on, and they like to know that your life is just as crazy and messed up as theirs at times, and they like to know that you're human and you're real and you're raw, and they want to know that they can trust you, because people are not going to join you unless they trust you, right? Write that down. So I'm going to share my image here. And we're gonna, let's see, where's my little, there we go. Screen, share screen. Okay. So can you guys see that? Yes, 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 hope so. Somebody give me a thumbs up if you can see that. Okay, awesome. So we're gonna talk about finding your Waldo. First of all, you need to ask yourself, who do you enjoy working with? And then you need to create that content to attract and help those people, right? So number one, make a list of characteristics. Example, age, appearance, height, eye color, hair color, old or young, whatever. Specifically, you have to narrow it down and get it out of your head and just put it on paper or a fun little picture. Age and appearance, personality type. Are they shy? Are they outgoing? Are they motivated? I like to consider myself an outgoing introvert because really I am somebody who I love to be alone and by myself and at home all the time. But if I'm not around people, then I get depressed. So that's the type of person that I'm attracting is somebody who's outgoing like me, but also is somebody who kind of just likes to like lay in their sweats, on the couch and read or whatever. Married, single, college student, full-time employee, part-time employee, works from home, stay-at-home mom. Hobbies, interests. Are they fitness oriented? Do they love to scrapbook? Do they already lead a healthy lifestyle? Do they love cats or dogs or animals or enjoy the outdoors or camping or whatever? Be specific and be detailed, as specific and detailed as you could possibly get. You're gonna find, number two, when you create this visual and you put it on paper, that person is probably a lot like you. That person probably looks similar to you. That person probably shares the same interests, hobbies, is probably married just like you are with kids like you have, or single, full-time college student. Create that visual, okay? If you are an artist, sketch somebody or find a picture on Google of that one person so that you can visualize that person. Number three, create content that's gonna attract, relate, and ideally help that person that you are speaking to. So lose the hey everybody or hey y'all or how's everybody's new year. You got to lose that, because people don't feel like you're talking to them, so then they don't think that you're interested in what they're doing, so then they don't take the time to stop and be interested in what you're doing, so then they keep scrolling, right? So here's my tip. If you want to genuinely connect with, attract, and help your network, you have to start focusing on that one person that you can 100% relate to, that one person that is sitting in your living room, a friend that you're having a glass of wine with, and you're chatting about life or business or fitness or whatever, your kids or your animals, that one person that you love helping. And doing this has completely changed my business. You can look at my posts from when I first started Facebook and my business 4.5 years ago, maybe even 5 years now, to now. I mean, it's life-changing. And when you start taking these tips, which I've learned from my mentors, Christina Sullen's one of them, and you'll notice how she posts, she's never strayed away from who she is on social media. And she's attracting those same people like she is. She uses a lot of exclamation marks and she capitalizes the words that she wants to emphasize. And, she doesn't try to be all like frilly and tons of like detail, like snazzy, perfectly put together pictures. She's never tried to be like anybody that she's not. And in return, people have been attracted to that because they trust her, they like her, they're like her. And that's one person that I've learned from. Chalene Johnson has a great training. Some of the successful coaches, you can go on YouTube and look at Facebook and search Facebook training, or Christine Dwyer, Janelle Summers is a great one for social media. But by speaking from directly to somebody, from trying to get everybody, and as a new coach, we all feel that way. We all feel like, well, I can't miss this person, or what if it doesn't reach this person, or what if I single out only this person and then I miss all these people? You have to flip that switch and get out of that mindset, because you're not trying to get everybody. You're trying to find that one person that is just like you, that is motivated and driven and wants something more for their life. And it makes your job as a coach a little bit less stressful, and it relieves the pressure of having to produce and trying to reach the mass, right? And try to speak to the mass, because how could you possibly do that? You can't please everybody, and you don't want to please everybody, right? You want people that like you for you. And it gives you a clear purpose of who and what exactly you are, the message that you're trying to relay, and the person that you're trying to help. So honestly, it makes your posting a lot easier, because you know exactly who you're talking to, therefore you know exactly what to say. So this is my person. Christy is her name, and coincidentally, Christy is my mother's name. So that was a coincidence, but it's people that are like me that, meet Christy. She's 28 years old. She's married with one baby boy. You can see her little dog down there staring at her. She's probably doing her workout, maybe some squats with her baby. She's a work from home mom. She loves to be around people. Her laugh is super loud and contagious, and some people might think it's annoying, but we don't care. She's kind of a smart ass, but she's sensitive at heart, and she's a big softie. She doesn't really like confrontation, but she's not afraid to speak her mind. She enjoys wine, the outdoors, animals, summertime. Family is her number one priority. Like that's something that she doesn't ever compromise or try to. And so I know that that's super important to the person that I'm speaking to on Facebook. And I know that because that's what's important to me. And that's what I post about. I post about my family and my life and the realness and the rawness. And you got to get over like being embarrassed about it, because somebody out there is drawn to that and attracted to that and needs to know that you are a real person going through the same thing if you want that person to trust you, right, and start to build that open relationship. Christy is a turbo addict. She enjoys fitness, mommy time, inspired activities. She likes to get her nails done, go to the gym and do her classes with her friends. She needs accountability with balancing family and business and health. And the reason that I say that, and that's my person, is because that's something that I need help with. And I need accountability with balancing all that, in one. And so as I learn to do that and get better at it myself, I share about it, because I know that there's somebody else out there. There's another mommy out there who has a little boy at home, a little toddler, who is maybe expecting their second one, maybe works from home, and needs to know that somebody else is doing this and becoming successful at it, and it just takes a little bit of balance. So that's something that I post about. She knows that she's meant for more. She knows that she's meant to contribute more, not only to her family financially and physically, but to the world, to her network, to the people that she reaches and touches every day. She loves to help people. She loves people. She's determined to kick the last 10 pounds, and that was when I was pregnant with my first son. Now I'm pregnant with my second son, and that will be a goal of mine as well, to lose the baby weight, to get back feeling normal like we did, when we were not pregnant. And she has big goals for her family: to retire her husband early, to set up financial freedom, pay off debt, and just live the life that she envisions in her brain. And she's working towards. She just doesn't quite know or have the not confidence, but she just needs somebody else to cushion that belief, right? So those are the things I post about. Those are the things that excite me, and those are the things I share about. I'm going to share with you 8 tips, social media tips, okay? And I will also post these. I'm not quite sure where I got these from. It was when I first became a coach, and I kind of revamped a little bit of them, but I'm going to share some do's and don'ts, okay? 8, I'm going to say Facebook do's and don'ts. So do post often, okay? Now, posting often does not mean once a week or once a month, right? Posting often, they say about 3 times a day, and I don't know who they are. I always was told post 3 times a day and make one about fitness, one about your business, and one about your life. Okay, well, first of all, I'm not that organized. Second of all, I just post whatever feels natural and comfortable at the time. I don't try to force anything. If I didn't work out that day, I'm not going to post about a workout, because A, that's lying, and B, I'm just not feeling it. So my post is going to come off that way, right? If I'm taking a break for a couple days because I hurt myself, that's fine. You don't have to post about fitness all the time. But make sure you're weaving in enough about fitness, because you should be doing your workouts anyway, right? And drinking your Shakeology, but you don't have to post about it every single day. So about 2-3 times a day. I sometimes post once a day. And if I get a lot of traffic through that post, I might post another one time throughout the day, but I don't force it. If it doesn't feel right, don't post it, okay? Don't post too much. Like I just said, you don't need to post every 5 seconds. If you want to use that Hootsuite or whatever, I haven't found really good feedback from that, because people can see that you're posting from Hootsuite unless you hide it. And usually your posts are like a quote from Hootsuite or something. It's not genuine, it's not real. So it doesn't get a lot of traffic. But for people that work full time and they want to stay in social media and stay on people's newsfeed, that's a great feature, okay? I just haven't found that it works for me. Do what works for you. Do share the goods, share your goods. And this, another tip in correlation with that comes from when Christina did her 10 tips to boost social media. Be a leader, right? You're an interesting person. You're an expert at something. It doesn't have to be Beachbody. It doesn't have to be fitness. You're an expert at something. So be those things, and don't always talk about Beachbody or health and fitness. Share all the good things that make you who you are, a mom, a wife, whatever your interests and hobbies are. Okay, be positive, be informative. You don't need to post that you're having a bad day. Nobody cares. We all have bad days, right? So if you're going to post something that is kind of a Debbie Downer post or something negative that happened to you, make sure that you top it off or end it with a positive, that what you learned from it or how you're growing from it, okay? Don't share garbage. That's probably a no-brainer. Nobody likes, just, that's common sense. Like, don't post about negative things. Don't post about something that's going to damage your credibility that you've worked so hard to build up, okay? Do invite. So social media can be the best invite tool ever, specifically Facebook, but it can also backfire. So if you are ready to start inviting your friends, your family to challenge groups, do so casually. Don't just like put a post out there because you saw another coach do it and they got a lot of hits. You're not that person. You're not that same person. So people know that, and they know that you are going to, that you don't speak like that, and that's not who you are. So make your invites personal, about you. And don't post like a Beachbody challenge picture. Nobody cares about that, right? They want to see you for who you are, and they want to join you because of what they're attracted to. Don't be a spam artist. You don't need to push product constantly. You don't need to even talk about, when my new coaches sign up, I say, most of the time I say, don't even post anything about Beachbody. Just keep doing what you're doing, right? You don't need to post names or products or anything like that right away until you start to build up your following a little bit, and people trust what you're doing, and they don't see you go like this. They want to know that you're being consistent. Let's see. Oh, we'll skip that one because that's not really important. Don't be elusive. So show your friends and fans that you're there for them. If somebody leaves you a comment or sends you a message or whatever, get back to them in a timely manner. I know sometimes, we get busy and life happens, and our toddler is ripping everything out of the cupboard, and you just don't have time to respond to people, and that's okay. So that's where work hours come into play. People will pick up on that, and they know when you'll be consistent in responding. But show them that you are consistent. Show them, whether it's with your workout, whether it's with motherhood, whether it's with whatever you're posting about, just be consistent. People are drawn to that. It makes you seem more confident in what you're doing, and people are drawn to that. And plus, it allows you to be more visible in your network because you're interacting with those people. And this is a side note, but people love to be heard. They would not comment if they did not want their voice heard or seen. So acknowledge that and just let them know that you care about what they're saying and their response. And they're going to be more likely to share your stuff, continue to comment, continue to like. And then just 3 quick tips for responding. Like I just said, mind your peeps. The fact is, people want to be heard. Otherwise, they wouldn't be commenting on your stuff. Number 2, just because your response is long and complicated to explain doesn't mean that you should give up. So direct message people, Facebook, like on your posts, really aren't a place for like long, big conversations. Always bring people into a private message or an email or some form other than like your wall or your picture of where you're at, okay? And then just always remember to show that love back to people by liking or commenting on a post that they're doing without any agenda behind it, right? Without any like, oh, I hope that I'm going to get them in one of my challenge groups, so I'm going to keep liking their stuff or keep commenting. No, people can feel that, whether you think they can or not, and they know if you're being genuine or real. So just make sure that you're showing them that attention back and that you're engaging with your network the same way that you want people to engage with your stuff. So like I said, I'll share this picture and you don't have to worry about taking a screenshot of it or anything like that. So I'm going to open it up for questions here. I think we have a couple minutes. So if you do have a question, go ahead and unmute yourself. And then I'm going to figure out how to get this back to, oh, here we go, stop share. There's everybody. Okay. All right, so if you have any questions, I'm just gonna leave it recording while we still have a couple minutes, because some of these questions might be valuable to other people. I'm only gonna keep it open for a couple minutes just to respect your guys' time. So if you have questions, just unmute yourself and buzz in.
Hello. I don't know if you can hear me.
Wave if you're on.
Hello.
Video. Nope. Okay. Yep. Go ahead. I can hear you.
Okay. I'm on the phone. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I just had a quick question.
Sure.
Like when you're restarting your business, because I've been gone for a little while, so I'm trying to restart. And my question would be exactly how, like, or what posts should we do, or like, you know, how should we come at the people that we've talked to before, like follow up, or either just getting back on social media and posting?
Okay, so if you didn't hear, her question was, she's been MIA for a little bit, she wants to get back on and restart. Like, what's a way to do that and letting her network know she's back? Kind of like when you started as a new coach, like what's a good way just to like blast out there, like, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach now. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. So a good way to do that, first of all, if you're gonna reconnect with those people that you have maybe slipped away from, be honest with them. Say, I took a break from social media, or I was away from my business for a while and I'm back, and I just wanted to reach out and let you know that I'm thinking of you, and I really appreciate your support and encouragement along the way. Something as simple as that. People like honesty. They like to know that you're a real human being. As far as social media, like posting on Facebook or something like that, it can be as simple as that same thing. Like, I took a break, but I really appreciate you guys. I'm going to be starting a new program or whatever, health and fitness journey, and I just really appreciate your support and encouragement. You don't have to post anything, like comment if you want to join me, or hit like if you want to join me. It's just, you appreciate people's support along the way, and it kind of gives you just a clean slate to like then start your platform. If you don't care about a clean slate, then just start posting about what you're doing. Start posting about your life. I mean, people, and this is not to like make you feel like you're not an important person, but like when you step away from social media, it's not like people are like, oh my God, where'd she go? You know, like, you know, so just starting to post again about whatever you're doing. I mean, just pick up where you left off, and that works for some people. If you want more of a clean start, you know, announce it. Don't do it in a way that's like, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach again, and I'm, you know, drinking Shakeology every day, and just start with what you're doing. Kind of just pick up where you left off.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Nope. All right, guys, we are going to hop off, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. We will talk to you soon.